Okay,
There we are.
go for it, Kathy. Tell us about them.
That's my brother Jeff Carroll and myself, and we really got into pin making during the Christmas holidays, and we're selling quite a few. And I'll if you go to some of the pins, um, I did a lot with beads. The ladies seem to like beads on, not just a straight pin, but have like the beads on them, and the inlay was just a really big hit with the ladies. Um, so I did quite a few with inlay. This is a tobacco stick, and I don't know if you guys from the north know what a tobacco stick is, but in the south, when they would crop the tobacco in the summer, they would take it back to the barn and put it on sticks that they then hung into the barns to cure. And these, the little blanks that you see above the pin are pieces of the tobacco stick. And so a lot of folks here in the South still have their tobacco sticks. They no longer use those in the barns, but they still have them. And a lot of folks, it's very nostalgic. We sold hundreds of tobacco stick pins during Christmas, and they are so brittle and have the wood is just, they're so old. So I used CA glue to stabilize them. And that's what you see, the darker markings in that pin are where that particular tobacco stick was stabilized with the CA glue.
Well, up in Lancaster County, we have lots of tobacco barns and drying tobacco, just like what you're talking about.
Yeah. These were actually made for a friend of mine that had ordered them for Christmas, and they're made out of hardy pine flooring that came out of a home that they were restoring that was over 100 years old. And so we took the flooring and just made pin blanks out of them. And there you see quite a few designs. This is just an acrylic executive pen. Like he was saying, they shine up pretty and look good. There's another acrylic.
Where do you buy your pen supplies? Kits?
I buy most of my pen supplies from either Craft Supplies or Penn State Industries.
Okay.
The three that you just saw, if you'll go back there, Doug, for 1 second. These are also tobacco stick pens, but the funny thing with that is that tobacco sticks were made out of what kind of wood they had available on the farm. So whatever tree they cut down, they'd make tobacco sticks out of it. So we have here poplar, oak, and pine, I think was what the other one was.
Cool.
These were an order for Christmas that were tobacco stick pens. This is my alma mater, East Carolina University. We're purple and gold, and we're pirates with swashbuckles and skull and crossbones. So these have been a big hit at the university, and I've sold quite a few of those during Christmas. And those are Penn State Industries has that particular kit.
So when you say you sold a lot of those, how much time do you have in one pen? And do you make them in batches or one-offs? How do you do it?
Well, that's the thing. Jeff and I, we typically make up the blanks in one day. So we may do 25 or 30 blanks in one day, the two of us, just prepping the blanks like Randy was talking about and getting them ready to put on the lathe. Once we have them ready to put on the lathe, I can turn a pin out in an hour.
Cool. Thank you.
It's the prep work is what takes the longest. That's just another one with the inlay.
Oh, sorry.
And that's poplar. Those are two different poplar but you can see the difference in the poplar. Some of them are really green and some of them are not. That was a gift from my husband. That's the golfer. And those were tobacco sticks from my grandfather's farm.
What do you
Another-
use for the inlays, Kathy?
Turtle Feathers has a synthetic turquoise inlay that I use quite often. That was showing you that particular picture here is showing you the men in the barn, and that's how they hang the tobacco on the tobacco sticks in the barn. So that's what we're using for the tobacco stick pins.
Kathy, in Lancaster, they call them tobacco lath.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, and we're in North Carolina, so the USS North Carolina is in Wilmington. And I happened to go down to a wood shop down there. I saw a guy advertising that he had a few pin blanks of the original teak flooring from the USS North Carolina. So I went in there and grabbed up what I could get and made a few pins out of the original teak flooring from the USS North Carolina, which is pretty special to me. That was my very first pin that I turned. And that was,
Looks like Purple Heart.
yeah, I think it was Purple Heart.
That's a chick pen there. No guy would put that in his hand.
And that's also a pin. And that one actually had quite a few nail holes in it. Like I said, he had very slim pickings for what he had left in his stash. So there was a lot of rot and a lot of nail holes. So I just filled those in with some of the turquoise resin and made a pin out of it anyway.
That's the last one I have, Kathy.
That's it.
Okay.
Very nice.
Stop your share.
Thanks, Kathy. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kathy.
Thank you.